It's day 32. Yes, it's day 32. Think about what day of the month it was. It's day 32. What are we doing today? We're going to do a couple things, and then I have a couple questions for you guys that I need your help with deciding. And we're getting better. The hair is getting a little bit, it's growing out a little bit. There were a couple places she went a little too short. Especially my bangs. They're too short. They're too short. Woo! Okay. Okay. Oh, welcome to my sewing room. I'm Angela. Okay. We're going to do the Snowball block. So we're working our way through this block, through this sampler quilt. Yes. And I am avoiding the temptation to start sewing the blocks together. I'm avoiding that temptation because that is my nature, is to start putting the actual quilt together before I finish the blocks. So I think I'm doing pretty good. I haven't sewn one block together yet, but I make no promises. Okay, so it's the Snowball. We did the, did we do this weird, I think this is Friendship Star. Yeah, we did. Okay, done. Ching. I love marking things off of a list. Love it. Today's Snowball quilt. Snowball block. Angela, get it together. Yes, Snowball. Which is going to be pretty quick, but I haven't cut the stuff out yet. And no, I didn't come back in here last night and finish the coffee rug. Yikes today. Okay, so we got to do. God, I always forget the sequence on this. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna sew this one together really quick. Our little coffee rug thing that I made last night. I'm just gonna sew this together really quick. The tulip one. So if I do like this, everything will come out facing up. And on the right side. Easy peasy. Let's go to the sewing machine. It's been a busy day. Been a busy morning. How long is that little gap there? I think we'll just do a 1/4 inch. I was going to do a little bigger on the seam, but I don't want to cut the stems. And that's, I always do that kind of thing. Like I'll say, oh, I should go a little further in. And then I end up cutting the pretty part. Dumb. Okay. So, what are you working on today? Dun, dun, dun. And we're off. I'm going to finish these things. I'm going to finish this. Then hold on a second. I'm digging this laser lately. I never really used to use it. When we bought the machine, I was like, it's cool, but I don't think I'll ever use it. I use it all the time now. Because I'm sewing so much more with you guys. Anyway. The road workers are back today. So yesterday they came, dug up, not a stitch of thread went down. What in the sandhill? You're testing me today. Okay? And I complimented you on the laser and blah, blah, blah. Honestly, not even had it through the needle. Okay. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by Sheila here. So yesterday, that's not right. Yesterday they came and dug up, like literally, it's probably 3 or 4 feet in from the road, and just like all the way down the block, all these people that have all this nice sod grass, just literally came by and just whoosh, pulled it all up. Well, because we're doing the middle of this dirt project, we didn't have any sod for them to pull up, but when Steve got home, he was like, well, why didn't they do it to ours? I have no idea. I didn't have time to call the county. So, this morning they were back out there. So being the nosy nillies that we are, we wandered out there and just happened to be getting out of his truck to check some stuff was like the head of the project from the county. So we're talking and I said, what are you guys, are they putting in a sidewalk? And he said, no, you're not. No, lady, you're not getting a sidewalk. What do you think we are, the Rockefellers? But there was a drainage issue. And a few weeks back, they had hit a pipe when they were doing the road. And it's funny how stuff comes about. That's why I'm telling this story. Stay with me. And they had hit a pipe. And so while they were fixing that problem, this guy, who's basically the engineer for the whole project, for the road project. Hang on a second, I can't see how far I am from the edge. Oh, that's good. As they were fixing this pipe with all this water, pooling, he was like, this water should be moving down the road in these little gullies, not in the road, but in the easement area, down to the watershed that's like 6 houses down. And the water wasn't moving. The water was pooling and just kind of sitting. And so he was like, why is that? And then he looked down and he started getting curious about why there was we have this huge watershed. I don't know if you call it a watershed, water pond, water pool, indentation in the earth where the water goes, whatever you call it. And that was completely dry. The water wasn't getting there. So, too close to the edge here. So he went back and looked through Google Earth photos and Google Maps photos of when they were building the homes and at different times, which is actually really interesting. Did you know that you can pull up your home address and you can go back through different versions of when they took those pictures? Like if you go to Google Maps and you click on the little man, I don't know what they call it. Anyway, Street View, I guess, or Satellite View, I don't know. You click on one of those things. Maybe it's Google Earth. Try that. And you can see different versions of when they took the pictures. Like, we could look at pictures of our house from like 2024. There's one in there, I think, or 2023. And you can see where like the trees and stuff that we planted since we've moved here. But you can go back further to different versions, and you can see that it's really interesting to see the changes in your property, or the changes in your house, or your street, or your town, whatever. Anyway, so he went back through these different versions, and he saw that slightly after they had built a house that's like 3 or 4 houses up, that they had put sod in, and he could see when they were setting the sod how they had changed the slope angle in front of the house, which in turn changes the drainage. And he was like, everybody does it. You know, you plant sod, or you want to make it easier to mow, so you kind of adjust the angle. And then what happens is water doesn't flow down to where it's supposed to go, and it pools and settles in the road, or on your street, in your house, or your driveway, or whatever. And so blah, 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 blah. And that's why they were digging it up yesterday. And then today, Steve's not exactly pleased about this part. Everybody's yard that they dug up, they're putting new sod down. So they've corrected the angle, but since our angle is okay, we don't get any new sod. If you know anything about grass, it's pricey. The grass in your yard is pricey. I don't know about other grasses. The one you want to put in your yard, yeah. They should be selling that stuff on the dark web. Okay, anyway. You guys all thought I was going to do it again, didn't you? It's okay, you can admit it. It's okay. I can take it. You thought I was going to sew it shut again. Admit it. Sorry, Charlie. But I do have to fix this, because otherwise it won't work. Okay, on to the next thing. So 2 weeks ago or whatever, there's so much dust and dirt around right now in our yard. We're thirsty all the time. Anyway, somebody asked me a couple of weeks ago about my Yeti cup. So this particular Yeti cup was a gift, but it was done. It's all quilting stuff. So it's got a sewing machine. It's got quilt blocks. It's got safety pins and a cutter, a rotary cutter, spool and thread, bobbin, pen. It's got a seam ripper. It's adorable. This was a gift, and it has my name on it, Minnie. I mean, my name's not Minnie, but the grandbabies all call me Minnie. It's a long story. And it's very confusing when the dog's in the room with me and they start screeching, Minnie, Minnie, and I don't know who they're talking to. Anyway, So somebody was asking me the other day where I got this one because they loved that it looked like they could see that it had quilting stuff on it. And we were thinking about doing one with 1/4-inch seam on it. Would that be fun? So I wanted to know, and then 1/4-inch seam, but then with all the sewing stuff. There's an iron. Can you see the iron? So if you're interested in something like that, or you think it would be a good idea, or there's something you'd like to see on it, drop a line in the comments. I'm not making any promises. It's nothing beyond the idea from this morning when I was in the shower. So if that's something that you might be interested in the comments, let me know. And if there's something that you'd like to see on it that you don't always see on quilting stuff, you know, stuff that maybe there's something that we use all the time. Oh my God. Okay, I had these 2 little cuts that were spare cuts from something. They got caught in they're scraps and they got caught in the thing. God, it's amazing I can get myself dressed in the morning by myself. Any hooser. Okay, so let me know in the comments. In addition to which, what are you working on? Somebody said the other day, I wish I could put pictures up. You can put pictures up on our Facebook page. So go to Facebook, go to Facebook. I mean, not right now. Don't leave this. And go to 1/4-inch seam. And you'll see my face. Okay, this, I always put through the corners, Angela. Be gentle. 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 God. Okay, I'm almost done with, I know I keep saying that, but I am almost done. It's getting really good. I'm hoping I'll finish it up tonight. I'm gonna make a push for it tonight. Because it's Friday night, and I'm gonna get a little bit of work done, and then we're gonna go take a drive. We're taking a drive because they opened a new Barnes & Noble, a new bookstore, and we have no bookstores. Okay, there's hardly any bookstores anywhere. It's very hard to find them. They're few and far between, not like they used to be. But they opened a new, there used to be this big, beautiful, if you know Florida or Tampa, there used to be this big, beautiful Barnes & Noble in this very old building in Tampa. And it had been there for like 20 years or something. It had been there for ages. I don't know what happened. I don't know if Barnes & Noble, I'm guessing they didn't sell the building. I'm guessing it wasn't their building. Their lease came up or what I don't know how it all came about. But the long and the short of it is they sold the building. Somebody sold the building. And now it's a medical plaza. Gotta have a beautiful building to go to the doctor. Anyway, I digress. So and it's in this area of Tampa where we like to go all the time. It's kind of an area where Steve used to grow up. And there's a PGA, a golf store, of course, a golf store. And then there's a bunch of shopping around there. There's a Fresh Market. I love Fresh Market. Love Fresh Market. And then there's also, there was also this Barnes & Noble. So like I could drop Steve off at the golf shop and go down to Barnes & Noble. And then we both kind of, we'd shop for a little while and then we'd call it a day. Anyway. So they've been remodeling this new Barnes & Noble store for months. My God, they closed like last August or something. And they just reopened. In fact, it's almost better than I had. If it couldn't be in the old building, I'm pleased about where it ended up. Because now it's right next door to Fresh Market and it's directly across the street from the PGA store. So it's super convenient for our life. Well, we haven't been there yet. We're going to. I love a bookstore. I love a bookstore about as much as I love a fabric store. I might love a bookstore more. Don't tell anybody. I love reading. I've loved reading since I was a kid. I've always been a bookworm. I used to carry around multiple books with me just in case I suddenly sped read through a book and was needing something else to read. It's just always, I've always been a reader. Don't make me get on my soapbox. Okay. Cute. This, though, should be a little bit of a reminder for those of you that are new or sometimes looking for stuff to do, like a project, without making it like a huge project, you know? Or without doing something that everybody's already done. You know, if you've made 7,000 bowl cozies, if you've made, I don't know, enough tote bags to open a shop, this is kind of fun. Could be big enough to be like a pot holder or a plate, or, you know, where you put something down, like a hot pad. It's going by my coffee pot. It's cute. It's a little tulip. Anyway. Silly. Okay. Anyway, back to my whole reading thing. I think that... Okay, gotta move the laser back over. Okay. I'm just top stitching it. I think that reading is one of the most powerful gifts that you can give yourself or your child. I think that reading comprehension is what unlocks most knowledge, the ability to comprehend what you're reading. I think that children that can't read at minimum at or above their sod in to replace. Okay, so what are your plans for the weekend? I'm digging Friday. About Friday afternoon, I gotta go do a little bit more work and then blow on this pop stand. The weather's been so nice. Yeah. So, let me know about the mug. Let me know about the cup. What would you like to see on it? If it's something that we do. Is it something that interests you? If it doesn't interest you, that's fine too. 1, 2. Three, 4. Okay, there's those. Now what? 4 3.5-inch squares. Color 2. 4. Just figured that out. This little block lock thing is actually very handy if you need to make just regular solid pieces too. So just go to 3.5 and go over 3.5. Cooking with fire now. 1, 2. I need 2 more of that darker green one. Okay, 3.5. 3.5. Barely made it. This weekend, tomorrow, what am I doing tomorrow? You know, I just don't know. We're gonna work in the yard a little bit. In the morning. Oh, I know. So we're gonna work in the yard a little bit. We got some weeding to do, and Steve's got some dirt to move around. So we'll do that. And then I'm gonna finish the snowball block tomorrow because I gotta get going. So I have everything cut now. So we'll finish that one first thing tomorrow. And then we'll do, I think we're gonna start, we might start this next block, which is flock. Okay. Anyway, so let me know what book you think I should read next. Let me know your thoughts on the mug, the Yeti mug. It's cute. Maybe it's the color. Maybe you'd rather have a different color. Anyway, and tell me what you're working on. And don't forget to put pictures on the Facebook page. So with that, I'm going to leave ya for today. Happy day 32, Friday. And I'll see you tomorrow. Go sew something and then go outside. Go outside for a little bit. If it's cold, if it's warm, it doesn't matter. Go outside for a little bit. 5 minutes. Take your cup of coffee with you and just go stand in the sunshine and have a fantastic evening. I love you guys. Remember, only a 1/4 inch seam, and I'll see ya tomorrow.